Hey, I'm Andres from Casatil. Welcome back to my channel. So, have you ever stopped and wondered why banks always seem to win, no matter what? Unfortunately, that's not luck. Banks hold a lot more power over our lives than most people realize. And the secrets they're hiding, well, honestly, they're kind of terrifying. Today, I'm diving into these shocking scandals and shady practices. So stick around, because once you hear this, you'll never look at your bank the same way again. Let's get into it.
Banks. They're the cornerstones of our financial system, the institutions we trust to safeguard our money and secure our future. But behind their grand facades and reassuring slogans lies a darker reality, one of greed, corruption, and secrets that have shaped our world in ways you were never meant to know. In 2008, the global financial system faced its greatest collapse since the Great Depression. At the heart of it, banks. These institutions gambled with people's homes, savings, and lives. They handed out subprime mortgages like candy, giving loans to people they knew couldn't afford them. These toxic loans were bundled into investments and sold for profit. But when the housing market inevitably collapsed, the result was catastrophic. Millions of people lost their homes. And yet, instead of being held accountable, the banks were rescued. $700 billion of taxpayer money was used to bail them out. What did they do with it? They handed out massive bonuses to their executives while families were left to pick up the pieces. But the manipulation didn't stop there. The LIBOR scandal exposed how major banks like Barclays and Deutsche Bank rigged the interest rates that impact your loans, mortgages, and credit cards. They controlled the system, boosting their profits at the expense of ordinary people. Every extra dollar you paid in interest. It wasn't an accident. It was part of their plan. In 2016, the Panama Papers blew the lid off a global web of corruption. The world's wealthiest, politicians, celebrities, and billionaires used offshore accounts to hide their fortunes and evade taxes. And guess who facilitated it? Big banks. Institutions like HSBC and JP Morgan Chase helped these elites stash billions in secret havens while ordinary taxpayers were left to shoulder the burden. Here's something they don't advertise. Banks are some of the world's biggest gamblers. Through derivatives, they've tied their fortunes to a global web of financial contracts valued at $640 trillion. More than 10 times the size of the entire global economy. If this bubble bursts, the fallout could make 2008 look like a minor setback. Every transaction you make is recorded, analyzed, and often sold. Banks collect your data, profile you, and use algorithms to decide everything, from your credit limits to your loan approvals. You think you're a customer, but to them, you're a product. Credit cards are more than just a convenience, they're a goldmine for banks. With interest rates often exceeding 20%, banks rake in billions each year from missed payments and fees. They're not just lending you money, they're setting a trap. Here's a chilling secret. Banks have profited from wars for centuries. Major institutions, including JP Morgan Chase, have financed both sides of conflicts, lending money to nations at war and reaping massive returns. For banks, war isn't just a tragedy, it's a business. In 2014, Bank of America was fined $16.65 billion for its role in the mortgage crisis. But that wasn't the worst of it. They were also accused of illegally foreclosing on thousands of struggling families, forcing people out of their homes while they made billions in profits. Banks were created to serve us, to protect our money, to build a better future. But time and again, they've betrayed that trust, for power, for profit, for greed. How much longer will we let them write the rules of the game? And what happens when the next crisis comes? Because it will.
So, that's it. There you have it. The shocking and terrifying truths banks don't want you to know, and they've been getting away with this for years. But now, thankfully, you know better. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's spread the truth and take back control of our money. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.